Welcome to Thoughts in the Glass podcast. I'm Latoya.
And I'm Kendra.
And this is a weekly podcast where we share our unfiltered thoughts and opinions on a variety of topics.
So sit back, relax, grab your favorite drinks and drink and this is a double recipe. So I did 3 ounces of tequila, 2 ounces of lemon juice, and then an ounce of maraschino juice.
Cherry juice?
Cherry juice, yes.
Or Luxardo cherry juice.
Cherry juice. Somebody's cherry juice. Mix it up, pour it into glasses. Then I topped it with ginger ale.
Okay. You had put a little concoction together.
A little concoction.
That's good. It's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually very refreshing.
Mm-hmm. Don't catch me on a hot summer day. I'm drunk.
So, okay, let me just start here. I'm not even going to ask you how your week was because we just had our little drink. And I don't know if it's like peer pressure, but it's Leo season. Your birthday's coming up. Our friend Tiffany's birthday just passed, and then my stepdaughter Sydney's birthday just passed, right? And we went out. Sydney's turned 22. We went out, and me and my family, her cousins, whatever, we're like, okay, it's your birthday. Mm-hmm. Let's do a shot. Now, she don't drink, right?
Okay.
We've been trying to get her to drink, and I feel so bad because everything we have given her to try has been like something that she didn't like the taste of it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm telling her, like, alcohol, when it comes to drinking, when it comes to alcohol, it's so vast. It's so many different things. You may not like vodka. You may not like gin. You may not like bourbon. But then you may like tequila. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in order for her to know, she obviously has to try them. Mm-hmm. But because the first couple of ones she's tried, she didn't like, she's kind of like, I don't want to keep trying it. Yeah. And she's like, y'all keep giving me stuff and it tastes nasty, and now I'm over it. She was like, everything I've tried so far has tastes like cough syrup. Mm-hmm. So we ended up doing green tea shots, which were actually really good. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Sydney, I think, like, I know I said it before, but I think you're gonna like this one. And she's like, I don't trust you anymore, because she was like, you said that about a margarita and I didn't like it. Mm-hmm. And she was like, you said that about we gave her a seltzer, because I'm thinking no, like the hard lemonades and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what she said. But I was thinking that would be easier on the palate than a mixed drink.
No, she probably should have started out with like a wine cooler.
Okay.
Which is super fruity. I would have maybe started her out.
But wine cooler still has that like sour, like that fermented taste.
So if you get one like strawberry daiquiri wine cooler,
it
doesn't have that.
That's true. I should have gave her a daiquiri.
If you like, that's what I started out with. I started out with daiquiris.
Girl, my first drink was an apple martini. And y'all, some of y'all know my family, some of y'all don't, but that was my aunt Deborah that gave me that, and it's like, that tracks.
What was my first drink? So I always would have daiquiris because I started out with like virgins, so I was already used to that. Mm-hmm. So I probably would have done and if I did a mixed drink, I would have done something for her with like pineapple juice and orange juice, because that overpowers the alcohol taste. I would do like a tequila sunrise. Yeah, because you get more of the juicier stuff in it. Definitely a margarita. I mean a daiquiri, and I would just put a little bit of alcohol in it, because you build your tolerance. Yeah. To what you like, because you'll taste.
But and the thing is, so I guess the thing for me is like, she drank the twisted tea, and she didn't taste anything, and she was like, if it's like this, then I'm okay.
Yes, because that peach flavor overpowers whatever's in it.
But so that's why I was thinking when the next thing she tried was like the hard lemonade. I was thinking, well, that sour lemon can kind of, but it didn't. No. It did for me, but it's like, but I've been drinking, right. Yeah. So for her, it was like, this is disgusting. Well, I don't like it. Yeah. And so my family was like, well, try a margarita. You might like it because margaritas can be sweet. Yeah. And it was a flavored, so I think it was like a strawberry margarita, but she didn't like that. And then see, and that they messed it up because when we was in Ocean City, we took shots of Dawn, and they asked her to, like, they basically encouraged her to take a shot, which she did, but it's like, because she don't like alcohol, when she took the shot, that was really like, yes, very begrudging. What is this? Like, it burns. Yeah. I don't like it. So anyway, she would not take the green tea shot. And then I felt bad because it's like, I'm not trying to peer pressure you, but I'm trying to explain to you that this is so much lighter than anything you've ever tried. Like, don't give up on it. Just to kind of see where your palate is. Like, I'm not saying you have to be an alcoholic, but like, you're 22. This is the time to explore and kind of see what you like. But she wasn't having it.
If you're going to do it, and then that's the other thing, like, you have to express to the bartender that you need them to be lighter, because it also depends on your bartender, because you have certain bartenders that's like, okay, I'm gonna get these people, it's your birthday, I'm gonna fucking get you fucked up. Yeah. There's other bartenders that's like, like if you say, well, she's not a drinker, they're like, I'm gonna give you something that you don't taste.
And the crazy thing is, she likes mixed drinks. Like before she turned 21, she would get like a virgin mojito, or I think because it made her feel like, oh, I have something. Yeah. But then everybody, if everybody at the table is ordering something, it's like, okay, I'll get like a virgin, whatever.
So what I would do is make her a mojito, and then put a little bit of alcohol in it.
Just like gradually build it up.
See if she likes that, and she's like, oh, I don't really taste nothing. And that might be her
level,
limit, right? Yeah. And then you add a little bit more. So instead of doing like maybe a full ounce, I would start with like a quarter ounce, and then gradually, and a quarter ounce is like basically nothing.
I don't know if she's ever going to try it again because she basically was like, I don't trust y'all. Like anybody, like she was like, if anybody tells me something tastes good at this point, I'm like, because she's like, everybody says stuff tastes good, and then when I taste it, it's nasty. So she's like, I can't really trust what anybody has to say about alcohol anymore.
But also, she may have a pre-notion that it's going to be nasty because.
And I think that's what it is. I'm like, you're in your mind
about it. It might be
exactly. You're in your mind thinking that it's going to be nasty. So when you taste it, it's like, I'm already thinking it's going to be nasty. So any little differentiation in taste, I'm going there. So anyway, that's my little.
Listen, I take all the drink.
Right. So yeah, we ended up, because I was like, well, you at least like, you at least gotta taste it. Like, just toast with it and taste it, girl. She was not having it. But
like,
and that's okay. Like that's okay. But I hate that attitude of like being so closed off to things, especially when it's like you ain't never really give it a try for real.
But that's the thing also, like, if you're someone who's not a drinker, it took me a long, like I didn't drink and like really start drinking until like 25, 26. So, cause alcohol tasted disgusting to me. And so I started to have to make my own stuff to see what I liked. And then that actually brung my tolerance. Cause I used to not I used to not drink brown alcohol because I thought that was for men. Yeah. Now my preference is, and I didn't drink tequila. I would only do like lemon drops. Now I can't even drink vodka. Like vodka is disgusting to me. Yeah. I'll do tequila, or I definitely will do like a whiskey or bourbon.
And I was trying to explain that to her. So I'm like, Sydney, your taste will change. Yeah. You saying that now because your taste buds ain't never had nothing but juice. Yeah. As soon as you start to expose yourself to different things, your taste buds will change. But whatever, we'll see. I said, you know what? I tried. Yeah. And I feel bad because I'm like, I didn't mean to start you off so harsh, but it's just like the situations we were in, it was just like, okay, this is just what we got going on. But hopefully she'll give it a try again. But
and then she can start, even though it's very much so more high in sugar content. liqueurs, because liqueurs are liquor.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't have the sugar high content is so much higher.
Yeah.
So
maybe maybe you could talk to her, like, it's just like, hey, these are some different things you could play with.
And if you to really do a Malibu.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to. That's the drink that I wanted her to order. I was like, dude, because it was like a Malibu with like blue curacao and like lemonade. It was some kind of like
that's basically all the course.
We were at Dave and Buster's for her birthday, so it was some kind of some kind of drink they had on the menu.
Drink.
And I was trying to get her to get it, but she was so over it. She was just like, I don't want to do it. So it's like, whatever, girl. I'm not gonna peer pressure you, but I don't think it's peer pressure, man, and maybe it is. I think it's more so I'm just encouraging you to be open-minded about something.
Yeah.
Especially it's a taboo topic, but you're your own woman. Mm-hmm. And I want her to be able to decide, hey, I've tried all these things.
Oh, he's just listening to you. Go ahead.
It's like, I tried all these things and then this is where I'm landing.
Yeah.
Versus, well, just because society is saying something, this is what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want her to base her opinion on that. I want her to have her experience and say, I've been there, done that. I'm good. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
So I don't know where we're going to take it.
Where it's going to go.
Yeah. So, all right. So what's been going on? Because I've been outside, so I don't even know like what's going on.
So we were just kind of like going over like what's the trending topics. You're like, it's been quiet. I said, for whom?
Oh yeah,
the people been outside. Okay, Diddy trying to get unconstitutional. First it was not enough evidence, so he wants to appeal for that.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just switched it up. I want to appeal for unconstitutional arrest or being in jail. So when I say he's trying to go down every rabbit hole he could find, the people have have spoken.
I know
at this point,
and it's like, but I do, and I whatever. I'm hesitating because I feel like what I'm about to say is going to be controversial.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is a part of me that feels like in this particular case, in this particular trial, he was being convicted on his lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel that they did a great job of bringing to the forefront the illegalities of certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say that is because when you have people that are like sex workers, prostitutes, things like that, when you have people that are going along with it and it's seemingly that everybody is agreeing to this,
mm-hmm.
it looks like this is just his lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now, I do realize that there was some grooming. There was some things going on where you were manipulating people.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of stuff going on that, we could have got into the weeds about.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't in the courtroom, but I feel like the way they had it set up was that we focused on the immorality of what he was doing and not the illegality of what he was doing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I do. I think that they did a good job with both things,
mm-hmm.
because the mind always goes to, because the thing is, you can't separate the stardom from the person, right? If this was a regular Joe Smo, people would only be looking at the legalities of it.
Right.
Because this is also exposing something of someone's lifestyle,
mm-hmm.
of the rich and famous, that is always going to overshadow anything, right? They made it very clear he helped supply drugs, right? That is illegal. But because then she took it upon herself, okay, now that I have a plug, I'm going to also now do this. No, so we don't talk, so it's like, oh, well, she decided, well, she was introduced to something, right? So my thing is, it will be the same thing, and I like, put your mind, this is, sometimes you have to make the situation look a little bit a little worse for people to actually grasp it. It's as if someone, let's say you a parent or something like that, started to groom a child,
mm-hmm.
started to give them alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are alcoholics, and now they're doing things to get alcohol or drugs or whatever. The start of it was not a consensual thing. It's not something that I wanted to do.
Absolutely, but even using your example, this is where I'm saying the pile on of what he did illegally, I feel like they didn't do a good job, because even using your example, then they'll say, oh, fine, well, then we could just focus on that. You introducing her to drugs or you giving her drugs. But then when we look at what the consequences would be for that, it doesn't feel like it's enough. You get 5 years for illegally using drugs and dispersing them to her. Or then people would be like, well, that's it. And it's like, I think that's where I land. It's I got him on the prostitution charges, but that's not, to me, that's not bad enough. But it's like, we can't just put him in jail for 10 years because we don't like what he did. It has to be elite. You know what I'm saying? They have to assign some type of title to what you did, whether it be for murder, if it's manslaughter, if it's this, if it's that. They have to assign a title. It can't just be because we don't like what you did.
Well, I think it also, but it encompasses so many things. Like, you have murder, right? But then you have to prove conspiracy,
right?
And then it has because it's like you getting a life sentence when technically you should get the death because it was conspiracy. But if somebody was like, oh, well, they were just chatting it up. If you just look at the lifestyle of, oh, they were just chatting it up with this person, and the other person took it upon themselves to do it.
Right.
They take away the grooming part. They take away the whole conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I think that with his situation, I think that the prosecution did as best as they could. That what ended up happening is that the defense put forth a argument in which people are, more often than not, will blame women. And the moment they open up that Pandora's box to be able to say, but she, it changes the dynamic, right? For him to, it all to basically fall on him, she had to be chained to a bed for the rest of her life. You know what I'm saying? Because even with the R. Kelly stuff, it's like, but they wanted to be here. The parents gave them to. The choices that were made were based on this one singular person. He created an environment for all these things to happen. He is the cancer in it. And this is how people deal with everything. When you know it's a certain thing, they only want to deal with the symptoms and never fix the actual problem.
I totally agree.
So that's just a human nature thing. So instead of trying to fix the problem, which if you go away, none of this can happen. None of this moves. When she was looking for drugs and he was like, I called everybody and told them she couldn't have it. That means you have a level of power in which you can control the situation. But instead of getting rid of the actual cancer, all y'all want to do is keep giving medicine to the symptoms of it. That's how humans work in general. And that's the hard part, because to break down something fully like that, you think about a house, it's so many things going on. To just get rid of the house and start over, it would be better. But most contractors are coming and say, oh, I can fix this, because you're going to get what? More money from it. So I'm going to continue to allow this to fester and happen so that everything else can continue to move. Because if you really prosecuted him to the fullest of what he's supposed to be, all these other people wouldn't be able to move how they still moving. Because it's like, oh, now as long as we don't take the prostitutes to another place, I just got to have a one in each state, I'm good. So all you've done was fix the problem.
Or even like shown your hand. And so now people are like, oh, okay, this is what we have to do. But I think the other part of this is that it brings up a bigger question, or to me, it brings up a bigger issue of what consent looks like, right? Because you were saying people love to blame the woman, and because she was involved, or because she did some things, quote unquote, voluntarily, it gives them leverage to blame her. But I feel like it's a slippery slope when it comes to that, because now we're having to face the realization of the fluidity of consent. And you know how people say, I might have said yes, and then we get halfway there and now I'm saying no. I do think that we have to, as a culture, start to really fold back the layers of that and understand that. Yeah. I do agree that at any point in time, if you're not feeling it, you should be able to stop. But we have to, as a society, start pushing that narrative and start making that more, bringing that more to the forefront, because we're saying that in certain communities, but then, not to say that I have sympathy for them, but I can comprehend from a male perspective, or even from a separate person's perspective, of you have given me all the signs, all the clues, all the indicators that everything is cool. And so I take myself to a place, I'm getting there, I'm going there with you, I'm getting all of this. And then we halfway into it, baby oil coming out the bottle, and you like, stop. I do think that something has to happen with that other person where they can just immediately take themselves out of it. Does that mean that we expect that person to just no longer be aroused? So just like, I don't know if, that, no, you know what I mean? Because
I feel like you can still have all of the things, but if somebody says, stop, all right, well, let me give me a cold shower. Let me go and get myself out of this situation. To everything, I say this, my thing is, everything sound good, and we say this to kids, everything all good until somebody get hurt.
Yeah.
Right? And so, if I'm in a space where I'm like, a lot of times when these things happen, it's because drinks have been happening, things like that. Now you come up more to your little sober mind, or something has happened. It's like, oh wait, this is a little too much. You should be able to say in any circumstance, because also my flirtatious cues or my whatever does not always like that. That doesn't translate, right? We talk about you all the time. Just a social person. You chatting it up. Yeah. And if somebody like, oh, she really like, and then goes back on like, oh, she fucking with me. She trying to do this. Yeah. I was just having a conversation. So people have to also remember your interpretation may not be what is actually going on. Like, so if somebody says stop, or somebody says I'm not feeling it, and it's like, nah, you did this, we went out to eat, and
yeah. And I think there's a huge double standard with that, because I feel like women sometimes don't realize how this applies to us too. I think we do this a lot, and we think that just because stereotypically men have been more forward, then it's okay for us to do this. But a lot of times you will have women in a situation like where if a guy is starting to feel uncomfortable or like, nah, I'm good. What? Like, that's how you going? Oh, you must be gay or this or that. Not even low key. That's the same shit that we don't like that they do. But a lot of times women will do it and don't see anything wrong with it, and really won't be held accountable. Because what man is going to say, I wasn't feeling it and she was pressuring me, so we did it anyway. And really take that to say, like, I think you should be held accountable for that. A lot of times men gonna be like, whatever, I'm not about to just, it is what it is. But then on the other hand, a lot of times women will go into this place of like, oh, you took advantage of me, you did this, you did that. It happens on both sides, but the double standard is when it happens to, I'm not even going to say women, I'm just going to say when it happens to a person that feels like they're more vulnerable in a situation, it's almost like we want to bring the hammer down on the person that's less vulnerable. But then when the roles are reversed, we don't treat it the same way. You know what I mean?
And it all depends on who it is and the person, right? Because depending on who it is, like what's going on, we'll go back to like the Cassie stuff. And she was like, I just wanted to stop. Well, why you ain't leave? You know what I'm saying? So I think for when people look at men, you are bigger than, which is not, I'm not saying it's right at all. Because if somebody says stop, I'm not saying it's gender specific to be stop. But more often than not, what keeps a man going is his pride. Because you don't want to be called this, you don't want most women can't force you to do.
But is that still manipulation? Because you know that my pride is gonna be hurt if we don't keep going. So you calling me out on that, you saying, oh, you a bitch, or you this or you that, you're purposefully targeting my pride to manipulate me to keep going.
Again, at that point, it is a personal thing. Oh, you made me do it, and it's like, but which they do with women. Well, he was calling me a hoe, he was him, and I didn't want him to think of me that way.
Or he made me feel bad, like, damn, you got me all the way out here. You said yes at the bar, now you want to say no. So then we do it out of guilt a lot of times.
Right.
But then we'll come back and say, you was foul for doing that. But it's like, I feel like that doesn't really happen so much on the other end.
But that's for men to put out there.
I agree.
So the only reason that it is a double standard is because men don't do it. I'm saying, I don't think...
But to be honest with you, I don't think if they did start doing it, I don't think it would be easily socially accepted. I feel like if men started doing that, women would be like, oh, these men soft, they this, they that. We see it. You saying anytime and this is not me being a pick-me or picking up for guys. I'm just pointing out the obvious. It is not easier, but it's more socially accepted for people that are already in a vulnerable position, like women, to come out and say, I was coerced, I was manipulated, I was put in this situation. When you have people that are not in a vulnerable position to begin with, like men, they can also be manipulated. They can also be coerced. They can also be, but they don't.
The language on it, because that's saying that they're not vulnerable makes it look as if they're not vulnerable.
And you're right. That's not the word that I want to use, but maybe because vulnerability has nothing to do with
a gender,
or it has nothing to do with physical. Just because you're big,
emotional vulnerability is just going to be
exactly.
Yeah. So I think what it is, like, I think men don't want to. First of all, they don't look at themselves as vulnerable. So that's a change in the mindset. And a lot of men don't look at them being taken advantage of because the men around them, oh, you did, you got that, da, 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 da. They don't feel comfortable in their own spaces to say, nah, I feel like she took advantage of me. Like, nigga, you still got off. What you mad for? That's the mindset. So the people that need to change is the people in their own circle first. Then after that, and then the other thing is, I think there are more women that think the same way we do. The people that are just the loudest be the ones that's cussing you out. Most women are not out here cussing men out and doing the most. But the people that you see are going to be the flamboyant ones. Most men aren't out here just doing whatever to women, because people will be, but the people that are doing it is so vulgar and vile and all of the things, it just gets put out there. It seems like it's a norm. And I think we say this all the time, that, oh, black women don't get married. And it's true to an extent. But then we get to the point where they say black men don't like black women. That's not true. That's just not the reality. In real life.
It's not true overwhelming. Like when we look at the numbers, we see it, but the numbers don't indicate that.
Right, but we see it because the people that are the loudest are the ones talking about why black men show. And that's what's on the internet. That's what's going to give you the views and stuff like that. For regular folk, I can walk throughout this area and very few are in an interracial relationship.
But you know what's funny about that too is that because it's like that, when you see like, for example, where was I? Where I was like, dang, it's a lot of this going on. Oh, when we was in Ocean City, because we don't see it that much. When you see it, maybe like 3 or 4 times. It starts to be like, dang, that's what y'all doing. But it's like, okay, we was in Ocean City and we maybe seen 4 couples that were interracial couples. But then it starts to feel like, dang, everybody doing it. But it's like, not really. Y'all just not used to seeing it. So
it stands out more.
It stands out, yeah.
But anyway, talking about interracial, and he ain't interracial because he did his settlement, but homeboy Shannon Sharpe up in the news again. They trying to get your boy.
He the worst. I'm not gonna say he the worst one, but like it definitely gives.
But he not even in there for that. Let me tell you what. So, girl, he up in the courthouse with him and Ochocinco, because I don't know if you saw the video of the African American woman who was at the Usher concert, like staring at Usher's eyes for like 10 minutes. You know how they bring him on stage or whatever.
I didn't see this one. I've seen different ones.
Okay, so this
but I didn't see this one in particular.
This one was crazy. She's staring, like she's lust,
like intensely looking at him.
So Shannon and Ocho, like, if she's married, she's probably going through a divorce right now, and blah blah blah. And so she's now suing.
Oh, them for talking about her?
For talking about her.
Oh, wow.
And saying it messed, like she's not married, she's never been married, or isn't married at the time. I'm not sure.
Basically, it's defamation.
That's what she's saying. It's defamation, right? $20 million for defamation because she's a CEO and it's that full. So I heard most of this on the Breakfast Club. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Lauren LaRoe. LaRosa. Okay, something. And she was talking about it. And one of the things, first of all, what is your thought? So the video was very intense, very crazy. She all over the cherry, just doing the most. Okay, you work for a Fortune 500 company, and so now you're suing podcasters for an observation of a video that's been put on the internet. and they just made up a story in their mind because they don't know you from Adam, right? They just see that you're of a woman of a particular age. So the thought is like, and I don't know if they said if or not, but they created this whole story about her being married, this, that, and the fourth, blah, blah, blah. So she's like, it's defaming her character and blah, blah, blah. She has nothing to say about the video. She has nothing to say about what she's done. Mm-hmm. But she has something about, she's upset about them talking about her. Now, the question that they had asked was like, who's her lawyer? Yeah. She's doing this pro se. Meaning she does not have an attorney. Oh, she brought this to them. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, in your opinion, like, what are your thoughts on, like, do you think she has a case?
I think that, okay, I'm going to just say this. For Shannon Sharpe and Ochocinco, for as long as they have been in media, when they are covering stories, they have enough experience, they've been doing this for long enough to know, or to at least for the public to assume that they have a pretty good understanding of how you discuss things on a media platform. So I think that if they did not take those steps, then she has a case. Because even on, TikTok and on, even like social media influencers will say allegedly, or, I don't know the details, or even like this one guy, Lee, that I like to watch, whenever he's giving his commentary on videos, he'll always say, I'm not saying this guy's a narcissist, right? So it's like, because those are the things that we have learned in society, that you have to put those caveats out there. And so I think for them to be ESPN correspondents and to have their own, like, you all have a whole media team to be able to instruct you that, okay, we can talk about this story, but you're going to have to say allegedly. You're going to have to say, you're going to have to put those caveats out there because we don't know this lady. We don't know the background. Even like the podcast, like, that we like to watch with Kev and Angel and all of that, when they talk about people, we don't know the details. We haven't read everything. This is just our opinion. We're assuming that, or allegedly, all those caveats, you have to do that now, because if you go in there and say, well, this person is this and this person is that, as we learned from Tasha K, that is defamation. You can't come out and say Cardi B is a hoe without having concrete facts about that. And then you having a public platform, people being able to see that information and make an opinion based on what you said. That's the whole thing. So I feel like for them, y'all, they have to hold themselves to a higher standard. You have a platform. Millions of people watch you. You can't go around talking about somebody cash crazy without proof of it. Yeah, she may have been acting like a hoe. But it's not for you to sit up there and call her a hoe. You got to say, based on what I saw, if that was my wife doing that, or if, hypothetically, like we see it all the time. We see it all the time with how people talk about things. Yeah. And if they didn't take those precautions, I feel like, yes, she does have a case.
And if those weren't, she don't have a $20 million case.
I don't think she has a $20 million case, so I
think his lawyer said that she may get like $75,000. That's, but the thing is, I haven't watched the clip, so I would have to do that. But I feel like, what I think for me, people hold other people more accountable of their own actions than they hold themselves.
Well, true, but like you said, it's an opportunity it's a money grab. But that's what I'm saying. But they set themselves. You put yourself in that trap. Like you can't get mad at her for taking advantage of an opportunity.
But it's just like, I guess for me, I would be annoyed. I probably would definitely because she's like, I hate going into work having to have this conversation. And in my mind, I'm like, you could clear it up. You could feel how you feel. But then I'm also like, you did a lot.
True, but I get it though. Like I empathize with her on that because if me and you are out and let's say we go somewhere and I'm twerking and that video goes viral of me twerking, that's one thing. But then if now a commentator comes in and they're saying like she's disrespecting her husband, she's this, she's that, that is the part that is you are formulating an opinion for other people to have about me because people could see my twerking video and make their own opinion, right? But because you're giving narrative to it that was not there before, now you have influence. You're influencing people to think something about me that wasn't stated in the initial video. You know what I mean? I'm not twerking and then got a sign on my shirt that says I left my husband to come to the Usher concert to twerk. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, twerking.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, and maybe because I'm not a money grabber kind of person, I just feel like sometimes we push it out there and have the expectation because it's not like I could understand if it was like you went to the club and you was, this is a random thing. Usher is gonna have you on that thing. Everybody and their mama
is gonna see that. Yeah.
And I get it, right? It's easy to go after them, but there were plenty, I'm sure, of people who said probably much worse about you.
Of course, but why go after the people that don't have no money?
I get that, right? So you gonna go after this to also then put your name out there, but then also I'll be like, but then it also puts more eyes on your whole situation that you're also trying to get eyes off of.
I guess, is she trying to get eyes off of? I think it might be this. This is what I might. This is what I think it might be. If you, Shannon Sharpe and Ochocinco, have a very lucrative podcast and y'all use me for content and y'all got views and all of that, like y'all made money off of that. I didn't make shit off of it and now everybody's bashing me. If I'm going to be seen negative in the public eye because of something that you all did, I could at least get a piece of change off of it because y'all made money off of it.
I get it. I mean, to a point, I'm like, I get it. I just feel like we are in a very, it's just so salacious world. I just don't like, for me, I don't like it. I also wouldn't put myself in a position or in a situation where I would be, I've seen women that have done that and didn't have to do too much.
Yeah.
And I feel like you did that purposefully because you, like, it just is scheming. And it
is, but I can't imagine that she thought that it was going to blow up the way it did.
I can
because we've seen, like, I've seen a girl, tie the cherry stem in a knot. I've seen so many different ones.
From what everybody has said, because I was listening, just be, she was like, have you seen, like, the way she did that? I
would have to look at it because I've seen some that are, I seen a girl damn near kiss Usher.
I think she was so, it was to the point where, and a lot of stuff I will rewatch the video, but from the context of the room, from the Breakfast Club, they don't, it seemed as if she was very,
we're gonna have to watch it, y'all. We're gonna have to watch it because
this is a point of view of another point of view.
Yeah, right? I need to really see what she was given because we've all seen these
them
things
crazy.
Where they really be doing the most.
Yeah.
When I came to see him in Baltimore, there was a girl that he had the cherries and I guess it was like two of them, and she fondled them like she was licking balls or something. Yeah. So I've really seen some like really wild shit. But
I don't know. I think this lady might have been.
She took the cake.
I think she took a cake.
Allegedly. Because we ain't got shit.
Don't come after me, baby, because you gonna be getting lent to make yourself a scarf. Because I ain't got it. Oh, yeah. But anyway, so hopefully things go well for these two. Because Shannon, you've been in the fire, baby. Oh, but congratulations to him and his brother. They're the first brothers who made it into the NFL.
Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
Have you been watching Hunting Wives?
No.
No,
Talk about
it's
it.
been all the rage.
You know what? Love Island was all the rage.
It
Eyes
was.
did not
Now
get
I
on
didn't
it.
watch Love
Eyes
Island.
did not get
In
on
fact,
it.
Love Island was kind of like Love Is Blind. I basically watched all the TikToks and I know everything
And
that
you know
happened.
everything that happened, and now everybody doing interviews. So just tell me about it.
But Hunting Wives hasn't been, at least on my algorithm, it hasn't been on TikTok like that. Now I did one. There's an influencer that I follow, but she does like content where it's like TV shows and movies that you should watch. And when at first when she said Hunting Wives, I thought it was going to be reality TV, so I didn't watch it because I was like, now y'all already got me watching the Real Lives of Mormon Wives. And that actually got good. The first season was boring, but the second season was good. For me, as a person who doesn't really watch reality TV, I think if you into Housewives and all of that, the Mormon Wives probably gonna be boring to you because anyway,
it ain't the juices.
It's really not. Yeah. But it was interesting to me. But Hunting Wives was really good. I would compare it to Desperate Housewives season 1. It's basically like murder mystery, small town. New person comes into this small town from a different city, and basically it's her perspective, and you have to follow her kind of unravel what's going on behind the scenes of this town. But it's a lot of juicy, messy mess. I think you would like it.
Okay, maybe.
I think you would like it. Yeah, maybe start. The first episode is not bad. I didn't think the first episode was bad.
Okay. Oh, like I said, I saw her get killed in the woods, and I was like, I'm out.
Really? Just off of that?
I don't have time for the scary.
It's not scary.
I get it, but murder, kill. I don't. Sometimes I just don't need that to be the first thing I see.
Okay.
So, but I will push through.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Now there is a lot of sex in it, and there's a lot of lesbian sex.
Like that.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I know it's in there though.
Ugh, then never mind. I'm out again. That's why I didn't watch Power.
Power was so good. First of all, for me to be like not really that much of a sexual person, like as far as in my real life, even though Judah probably gonna be like, why would you say that? If it's in a book or if it's in a TV show, I'm in it. I'm watching it. I'm reading it.
No. What is that? And then it was all that cursing. Shut up. Use some different vocabulary.
I liked Power. I liked the first couple seasons. Now it started getting. I hate when the show gets like too unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with me with Power. It started getting too unbelievable, and then I had to get out of it. But Hunting Wives was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all in case people are still watching it. But if you want to drop down in the comments and talk about it, we can. Yeah, I liked it. Okay. I liked it. I binged that. I took your advice. I was outside this weekend and I was trying to take photos, and as I'm thinking about this, like I'm like, you saying you took her advice, but really I only took a couple photos. But it's better than what I would have normally done.
Okay. All you gotta do is start trying. I was talking to my mom. So y'all know we're going. So my mother, both my brothers, my sister-in-laws, and of course their families. They just came back from the Icon the week before the crazy man goes on the stabbing that lady.
Oh yeah.
So we'll circle back, but she just came back in July. Okay, she and I are going on a cruise in October for a week. She sends me a text message and was like, check this out. It's from August 31st to like September whatever.
Damn, right? Girl.
And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, what is this? We're going on and so she sent me a text. I'm reading it, but I'm like on my way home from work. So she calls me, and that day I was dead tired. I talked to her. I was like, I'll just talk to you tomorrow. So we ended up we didn't chat on Friday. So then she called me yesterday. So we talking. She was like, did you see my text message? No, she said, did you see my email? And I was like, no. And so she was like, it might be a text. So it was a text message with like the rooms and the itinerary. And I was like, what itinerary was that? And she was like, oh, it's the same one that we're on. She was like, I was calling you to see if you could talk me down, but I already booked it. And your dad and I are going.
So wait, the same cruise that y'all are going on in October, she's going on with your dad at the end of August.
Yes.
Damn.
And so I'm like, what is the problem? So she's going through this whole thing of like, I just want to I wish I had more friends to be able to vacation with. And because she's like,
girl, you ain't never home to make no friends.
But she's like, and the only friend that I had, so she's after your dad, you're it for me, buddy. So she's like,
tell your mom she needs to watch last week's episode because you're literally saying the same thing. So basically, this is hereditary.
Yes, it is in the genes. Anyway,
she like, my only friend is my daughter. You like, my only friend is my daughters.
So I'm like, cause she's like, Alicia, which is her bonus though, she's going to Greece, and then she's also like, I think the end of this month, and then in November she's going to watch the Redskins in Spain or wherever they are.
Oh, okay, cool.
In November, so she's probably, that's probably too much for her. My godmother, she helps with like her grands and things like that. So everybody else is doing stuff, and with my mom being retired, it's like I'm like, you need a schedule and some shit to do because you are too free flowing, and you don't know how to stay off of Royal Caribbean. You don't know how to stay off Royal Caribbean
and Carnival. She don't be going on Carnival.
And you don't know how to stay out the thrift store. Find you some business.
So Royal Caribbean. What else? Does she like Norwegian?
She has not done anything else outside.
Oh, so Carnival. She's just Royal Caribbean and Carnival if she has to.
Yes, because my dad doesn't like to fly.
Right.
So they can leave out. They just drive to New Jersey and they just do their little week-long thing. Or they'll go out of Baltimore and go to
Aruba.
Bermuda.
Bermuda, yeah.
So anyway, I say all this to say, to bring it back to you recording. I was like, Mom, I think that you should. I said, as much as you are on a cruise, I think that you should start a vlog.
Oh yeah.
And so she was like, I just don't want it to interrupt my.
First of all, no, because when we tried to FaceTime her when she was on that boat, girl, she couldn't even answer the phone. How's she gonna start a vlog?
Because this is the thing. Well, with a vlog, she could just get the camera, right?
Like child, the vlog we gonna be seeing the bottom of we gonna be seeing her nostrils
the whole time. So I said,
so I'm over here getting food. So I we ain't saying nothing.
I said, Mom, well, I think she was like, I don't want it to interrupt like my relaxation time, my this, that, and the fourth. I said, I want you to try this. The next cruise that you go on, I said, you don't got to get a whole, because my brother ended up getting I think it's the ORJI, like it's called ORME or something like that, but it's the vlogging camera that all the vloggers use. It's super small. It's like this big, super thin, and it rotates really good quality. Anyway, my brother got that because he vlogs, right?
Oh, he do?
And nothing like too crazy, but he likes the video what he got going on.
Oh, okay.
And so she's like, I think Ronnie had that and blah, blah, blah. So I said, well, what you should do is just have it facing outward. And then when you come home, do a voiceover.
Yeah.
And she was like, because she's like, and her mother has to explain all these things to me and then get to exactly what I said. She was like, yeah, because I've seen videos where people are talking through it. I've seen videos where they start talking and they have both. And then she's like, so I do think I want to land on the like voiceover. Did we sometimes I'm like, did we have to go through the whole catalog to get to page 75? We know it's on 75.
A verbal processor.
Okay. So anyway, so I said, and there are some from Amazon that fits like right in your pocket. Mm-hmm. She's like, I don't want to be embarrassed. Like, hold on. I said, a lot of people are doing that now. But you could put it in your pocket and then just walk with it and they'll see all of the things that you see. But you don't want to have to keep turning your body when you can just, use the thing. So anyway, I think I said, try it out.
Or she can even get, which this might be a bit of an investment, but Judah has the Ray-Ban glasses that has the cameras on the side. And so literally it records what you see.
Yeah. So I was like, I think that you should get into, like I said, because you cruise so much and you do so much deep diving, even if it was like some of that on there, like some of you record like, oh, this is what I'm looking up, this is what you're packing, and then start doing some more of like the excursions, because and then that way get paid for what you enjoy doing. Yeah. And if you start doing this and then you do go over to Virgin or you do go over to Norwegian or wherever, you already can, I said you are a very likable person. Mm-hmm. You look good. Just do the things. Because I'm like, people don't be getting no casita. Like, talk about your casita experience mm-hmm. and what you get with the casita mm-hmm. and things like that. And she was like, I think so. I ain't paying $600, but I am going to invest in a cheaper, less expensive one.
Like vlogging camera.
Mm-hmm. Because, like, we do so much. Like, of course, we go on the cruise and stuff, but we do so much from the fall through the Christmas holiday mm-hmm. season that I want to start recording it. And it's not like, because, like, we decorate. I probably decorating both houses. We usually go to New York. We do all of the pumpkin patches mm-hmm, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I think this year we're going to carve the pumpkin. So it's like a whole plethora of things that we do that I want to record and Christmas shopping and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, to again circle it back, the same conversation I had with you.
You were having with her.
Please. Because y'all be outside, and the outside the people inside need to see what's going on outside.
I know. I ran into, so I went to the Black Book Fest at the National Harbor. Mm-hmm. Mahogany Bookstore was hosting. Kennedy Ryan was their guest speaker mm-hmm. who, if you're not familiar with Kennedy Ryan, she's a author. She did the Skyland series. Those books have been on the New York Times bestseller list. I read them a while ago with book club. She has a lot of other different books, but her mm-hmm. genre is Black romance. Mm-hmm. So, and she's a really good author. I read the Skyland series. I've read Real. I haven't read like Long Shot and any of her other. She has a couple of different series that people like. She does dibble and dabble with a little bit of interracial, and that's just not, I can listen to it or I can read it, but it's not my forte. Mm-hmm. So those books of hers that have interracial couples I haven't listened to yet, but I like her writing in general. Mm-hmm. So I've read I've read a good amount of her collection. Mm-hmm. So anyway, she was there. There was a long line of people to hear her panel and then get their book signed by her. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was so sweet that like she is really getting the recognition for her work and all of that. So that was super cool. I met a few authors out there. I actually met an author, which is so crazy. I met an author whose books I've read, but I didn't put two and two together. Mm-hmm. So like when I saw her, I was like, oh, she was advertising one of her newer books. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I kind of have to look you up. Came home and looked her up and I was like, oh, damn, I've read some of these. Mm-hmm. So that was super fun. But I took some pictures. I took some video. I met up with some of the girls from book club. So that was super fun. And then I was telling my cousin, because she likes to read too, I was telling her that would have been a good event for her to come to. Mm-hmm. But this is what I'm not gonna say I hate, but if I text you or if I call you and you don't respond, I'm not about to keep chasing you. Yeah. So when I talked to her, she was like, oh, why you ain't tell me? Because I've texted you and you don't respond. Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna keep you gonna miss it. Yeah. Because
you don't be answering the phone. Yeah.
So when it's like a last minute thing, I could have hit you up and been like, yo, meet me at the harbor. They got this going on, but no, I'm not wasting my time. So that was fun. I had my camera out for that. Took a couple of little photos. And then my next door neighbor, Sandra, mm-hmm. her husband turned 50. Oh, nice. And so she had a big all black 50th birthday party for him. It was super cute. Very nice. I took a couple photos. Ray was there. Oh, hey, Ray. So that was fun. And that was basically it. I feel like now that I'm recapping it, I'm like, well, I wasn't really doing too much, but doing it, I was exhausted. Yeah, like my week, Saturdays, I didn't get in the house till like 1:00 in the morning.
That's the time. I was putting together cabinets till 1:00 in the morning.
Why was putting together cabinet?
Because he bought a new liquor cabinet.
Oh.
So we're putting that together.
That's nice of you.
We were putting it together. Oh God, because I'm like, he'd be like, I'm gonna get task rabbit. I was like, you need to learn how to use this drill.
He's not that kind of person.
I don't care.
How you gonna force him?
We put that daggone cabinet together. Because
you might have to be the handyman in the.
I don't. That's fine, but I can't reach everything. I just
y'all gonna have to work together.
We did, and so he was like, "This we should." It was one of them. He was like, "We should have did the bottom one because this top one not lining up." And I was like, "What? Give me the drill." And so I just moved the shelf a little bit and like fixed it and put one in and then everything. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
That's not his thing.
What it is? He was tired and was over it, and when he gets tired and over it, but I'm like, I'm not paying. So we started at like. We went and got food, came back. I think we went, let's say we started at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Finished till 1. Now you would pay TaskRabbit $100 and something, where we literally had nothing to do. We sat there and put that thing together and was watching Blind Spot. I'm like, sometimes it's just save your $100 and just put the time in. Joshy fell asleep. Girl, he fell, and we were able to, because we have the blow up bed in the other room. The king size one that we purchased. Put him. He sleeps with us because somebody won't get him a bed. But
it is what it is.
It is what it is. But it's a king. He has a queen size because the old apartment was smaller. And so I'm like, the three of our big bodies on this bed. Well, he a little body, but he act like he a big body the way he sleep to the side. It was so nice him being in that other room.
Oh,
he came. We woke up this morning talking about, oh hi. That's what I be saying to him. I'm like, oh hello. So I was so annoyed.
So y'all have been watching Blind Spot?
So we just started watching it yesterday.
Oh, okay, because somebody said it was good. Somebody told me it's good.
It is good.
But isn't that murder, kill?
This is the thing. Blind Spot is inevitably, it's more of a like, I watch like numbers like that. So it's like something about. It's also like I know what's going to happen. It's a SVU.
Okay. It's the routine of it all for you.
It's something that happens. Yes. Figure out stuff. Mm-hmm. Figure it out at the end, kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. This is like a prelude of something has happened. Okay, now let's go back 3 weeks to get to this point, and it's like I don't want to deal with that.
Okay. I get it.
Like it even with the, because it's the same thing, right? Like somebody ended up dying. You see the dying happen.
Yeah, but you still got to go back and figure out like how did they get there.
But it's also like, this is me, a bunch of white women being catty, and I don't have time for that. Yeah. I know what it is.
But see, I be liking that because I like when they have drama. Like I don't like when we have drama because I be like, this how people gonna think about us. But also, when they have drama, it's like, yeah, y'all bitches be doing this shit too.
But their drama be like, oh, I hate. Shut up. Why are you doing
No, but this time their drama is kind of tea. It's kind of juicy.
Oh, I said I'll watch it, but I feel like those movies that's like. So I saw the preview. It was basically like, oh, we're gonna teach you how to shoot this, that, and the fourth. So then it's like, okay, I see the frenemy situation happening, and just in the preview, it reminded me of that show where the girl, not that she gets killed, they think she's dead. She ends up, when they had the, what's it called up there? The Hamptons.
Okay.
So Hampton situation. So she comes for the summer, and they don't know that she's the person that they thought is dead. So she's coming in to maneuver,
investigate,
and maneuver stuff, and kind of stir some shit up. And I'm like, I never got into those. I really never got into those. So this is kind of like a whodunit.
Yeah.
Like a murder mystery. I don't play those games. I don't play the it could have been you, it could have been you, could have been you situation. Because now everybody's friends. Like these other shows, it's not any of that. It's like, oh, we collected evidence and moving on. This is like something has happened and she has drama with her, so you think it's her. She has drama. I don't want to do that because now I'm annoyed with everybody. I didn't even really like Mean Girls.
Oh, okay,
movie.
yeah.
It was so like I don't like the high school-y things. That's maybe what it is. Maybe it's the high school-y feel of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I'm gonna watch. Because then I'll come back and be like, girl,
right. But going into it, you already know that it's gonna give that. Yes. So maybe you won't be so annoyed because it's like you already know what it is. Yeah.
Girl, like I be annoyed watching Behind the Gates. I'm still annoyed to watch.
And that's why I thought you would like it, because I'm like, well, if she could watch Behind the Gates, she could definitely watch this.
So this is what happens with Beyond the Gates. I'll watch like 7 episodes back to back. Cat works my nerves, and I'm not watching it for 2 weeks. My nerves. And they stay on the same plot line for like 3 weeks.
You know, Ruby said you got her watching it, right?
Girl,
she said, Kendra got me watching that damn Beyond the Gates. I said, so are you hate watching it too? She was like, yes, because it's so bad, but it's like you want to know what's going to happen.
Are y'all going to arrest her or not? How does all she got to do is change her wig and nobody know who the hell she is? It pisses me off.
I'm like, not y'all hate watching a show.
They gonna get the views.
It's so bad, you have to watch.
I gotta see what's gonna happen. And then I be on it, and then got the nerve. On my way back from Ocean City, I'm watching it, right? And one of the characters, I can't think of her name, but she's like it's a Diddy one. So it's 2 sisters. One of them is like, both of them, raised in this affluent situation, and then one of them is like a little bit more crazy and whatever. Then the other one's a little bit more uppity. She's a psychiatrist, and I'm like, she's like, no one ever tells me anything. I said, cut, and then I'm in the car, cause you can't handle it. I said, oh no, I have to turn this off. The hell's going on? I am doing too much. So anyway, yes, but that's all I watch. Oh, you know what I watch?
What?
And I know y'all gonna be like, girl, that's so damn old. Rebel
Ridge.
Yes.
So now you see why everybody was all over Aaron Pierre.
I mean, he could be fine just because
that's true.
But in that show, he wasn't like...
That show did it for me, because I did actually go back and watch the Malcolm X thing that he was in. And it's so weird because it's like he looked the same, but he didn't. In Rebel Ridge,
listen, when somebody get a little sweaty and gets to doing the combat, it gives a different thing.
That's gonna do it for me. And quiet. I don't know if it's quiet as kept. I don't think I've ever said it on the podcast, but I love a man in uniform. Like, which is, maybe this is toxic of me, but like a police uniform, a military uniform.
Don't be cute in a uniform.
Don't take it.
Don't be cute in a uniform.
I can't take it.
And don't be cute in a uniform and act like you don't care that you in a uniform.
Yes. Certain ones though, like UPS uniform, that's not gonna do it for me. That doesn't do it for me.
No.
That doesn't do it for me.
It has to be like the physicalities of
it.
Like that you could be in a what's the little yellow with the little the
silver,
your little
like a construction worker.
Yeah. I've seen this girl put on she must work for TSA, and she'll like video all her coworkers, and they just be in their little
them TSA uniforms will get me too. I don't know what it is. I feel like that's so toxic of me though. We traveled overseas, right? So I bought one time from the PX. Actually, I've done this a number of times, but I literally bought Judah like full on uniforms, yes. Pants, everything. And he'd be like,
"What's wrong with you?"
I'm like, "That's lingerie for me." That's lingerie. Or if he'll put on the army fatigue pants, say he gonna like do some work around it, because he wears it around the house. He'll put it on and go work on his car. So I'd be like, now why you put them pants on?
Right, that's what you trying to do.
Are you sending me a message?
Right.
He'd be like, girl, these is walk around the house. I'm like, yeah, but you got them pants on with your little muscle shirt.
Okay.
You sending me a message.
I see you, you see me, we see each other. Funny. But yes, I watched that and I was like, he was like, nah. I was like, y'all was pressed over, nah?
Yes, girl. Yes.
He was like, but I was like, nah. I said, you don't even do the right nah for me. Like, I like Aaron Pierre. He's a cutie, right?
It was working for me.
But
you went a little more hood, more rough.
I am a sucker for a beard.
Okay, yeah. A beard. Okay.
I am a sucker for a beard. Because even the dude And he's a Caucasian. He was real, his spicy. The dude that was fighting with him. But I was like, he looks good because he has a beard. That's the only thing.
So
and he
like,
had his uniform on because he was looking. And I said,
who is like your like? I don't want to say celebrity crush, but like, who would you say if you had to be like, this person is my type?
Rest in peace, Michael Jamal Warner.
Oh, for real? You know what though? That makes so much sense. Like when I think about how he looks and I think about Davon, I'm like, yeah, that tracks. I could definitely see the similarities.
When I tell you, watching The Resident, I was like, everybody off the camera. Where's my guy?
That tracks. I could see that.
Oh, I just love him.
I could see that, actually.
Woo! Oh my God, I'm so distraught. I'm so sad.
I'm weird because my celebrity crush looks nothing like any guy I ever dated. But I have to, like, if I had to tell you, like, what my type was, like, describe my type, it would probably be, like, and I'm saying this and I'm like, you say that's your type, but you ain't even never dated nobody that's that type. But I would say Kofi Sidibe. From Queen Sugar. Like, in my mind, that's my type. But then when I think about dudes that I've dated, I'm like, none of them.
But what's the one from high school?
What do you mean?
Galvin.
Oh, yeah. A little bit.
I can see Galvin.
But then my celebrity crush of all time, well, not of all time, but ever since I first seen him, Theo James, that's my baby. From Divergent.
Oh.
That's I don't care about. That's my.
Yeah.
That's my man.
He could get it.
That's my man. I fucking love him. In anything, like I've seen all his movies. It's nothing he could do that I wouldn't like.
Yeah, I like him.
I've seen him play.
He was very. But you know what? You know what it made?
And it could be the swag.
It might be the personality.
It could be the personality.
Because
it could be.
In that show, he was very like, in that movie, he was very like nonchalant.
Wait a minute. Because when you say that, I'm like, am I attracted to nonchalance? Like what?
Yes. He was very
chalant me.
No, he was very when he was ready to chalant, he chalanted. But the full attraction was the nonchalantness of it. Like he knew.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's more of like the dominance, cause he was nonchalant, but he also was like, but I'll also kill somebody.
But this is the thing: people that are nonchalant, it's not like he's a lazy nonchalant. Meaning, like you have all of this, and it don't phase you in life. Like I could be all of these things, but he still be like. I know I could do it. I don't have to be extra in. Like the other dude that was there that was.
This is really making me like as you're talking, I'm thinking like, damn, what does this say about me? And now I'm also thinking like, wait, does this show up in my life? Like, is that like is this like the fantasy version? But then I'm like, but in real life, the shit is irritating because like, did you get with somebody that really is like that?
Because you like the nonchalantness of it with this is what happens in movies, right? You get attracted to like, now he know he fine. So why he acting like he don't like this don't faze him. But then when you see it phase him, you be like, that's what I've been waiting for this whole. So that's what real people is.
Yeah.
But then real life they be like nonchalant but don't know how to. There's no real instant.
Or it's like you were saying, like you're acting like these things don't faze you, but in the movie we glorify it, but in real life it's like, well, that's a form of insecurity.
But then also there's never an instance in where the chalant has to happen. Right. So like these people are trying to kill them because he's also a divert, so he's also these things. So he also has to be nonchalant.
Yeah.
But then when he needs to chalant, it's because of this major thing happening. If I can see, and y'all don't, like, if you out with your partner and you would hope this doesn't happen, but if all of a sudden something happens, because this is what I'll say for me, logically, I never understood something happening and then all of a sudden somebody being turned on. But me, I'm scared. I don't have time to be turned on. I'm nervous.
No, I can see that though.
And so
I can see that because a different side of a person kicks in, and you be like.
But if I'm in a space where I'm dying, I don't have time. I'm also scared.
You don't be having time, but then it's like as soon as you get the safety. Like,
now what's going on with you?
Yeah, because I'll be like, you better save me.
you better
save me.
You better stay because you do get a glow.
And then when you get saved, you be like, hey.
Grab a gun and you be like, oh, okay, let me lock back in.
Yeah. So you just killed all them people like that for me.
Yeah.
So anyway, but Rebel Ridge, yes, that was a good one.
Okay, all right. Well, that was another great episode.
It was. Drop down in the comments to tell us who your celebrity crush is, male or female.
Yes,
male or female. And I would say the therapist in me wants to say, and what does that say about you?
What does that say about you? I tell you what, that daggone Michael Jamal, honey.
That makes so much sense now that I'm thinking about it. Like. That makes so much sense.
I just love him. But anyway, make sure you
like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Drop down in the comments.
And we'll drink to that.